read 14 books for the month of July, and some of them had no damn business being that good. So we're going to talk about it, bestie. So grab a seat and get comfy, and let's get into my July reading wrap up. First, we have The Depths by Penelope Barsetti, and I did give this book 4 stars. This was honestly so good. Like, I was sad. I literally read this in one sitting, and literally from the plot to the romance, mind you guys, this is a romantasy. It's beginner friendly, and oh, I ate it up. Then we have Lawmaker by Susie Tate, which was my last read of the month. Unfortunately, this book is 2 stars. It started off so good, but I hate the male main character. I thought this was going to be like a grumpy sunshine. No, he's literally just an asshole, and like, no. Then we have Eternal by Eva Simmons, and I did give this 3.75 stars. Look, this is probably one of my favorite books out of the series this far. I love Teal and Declan because it really was like enemies to lovers. They hated each other until they didn't. And like, the tattoo, please. We have Into the End by K.M. Baker, which I also gave 4 stars. Okay, this is a Rockstar Waichu's romantic suspense, and I absolutely ate this up. Oh, it was so good, from the plot to the romance to that ending, baby. Then I read My Dreadful Darling by H.D. Carlton, and I did give this 4 stars as well. This was honestly such a good dark romance. I was here for the back and forth between our 2 main characters, and I love how FMC literally met Dread's wrath equally. Like, he was not just gonna like be mean to her and she was gonna lay down and take it. No, baby. But that plot had my ass cheeks. Oh my goodness. Then I read Sapphire Scales and Tears by Stella Novoa, which I also rated 4 stars. I think that this is a really good wide choose. Like, the romance in this absolutely ate down, and the writing was really pretty. Then we have Summer and Dooley by Grace Huffington, and I did give this 3.75 stars. Look, this was quick, this was fun, this was fast paced, and I loved our female main character. Okay, the way that she treated men, I don't know, I just couldn't help but stand. She literally treated men like they were just lames. And you know what? Period, queen. Then I read Legendborn by Tracy Dawn, which was my only 5-star read of the month. However, this book was so freaking good. I cannot believe that I waited so long to pick this up. Like, what was wrong with me? If you've been waiting to pick this up, baby, don't be like me. Go pick it up, like, right now, actually. The magic is so interesting, but then the romance was also really cute. And like, I see like it's gonna be a love triangle thing going on. I'm sad. I read Atone by Eva Simmons, and I did give this 3.5 stars. I loved the main character so much. I think their romance was really cute. However, the plot was just really anticlimactic. I read Home Court Advantage by Kamani May, which is a sports sapphic romance. And you guys, I love this author's work so much. I love the female main characters. I thought that their romance was so freaking cutesy. Oh, but I think that when it comes to like the first book and the second book, the first one is still my favorite. Then I read Bound by Shauna Knight, and I did give this 3 stars. I was so excited for this because it has some of my favorite things. Okay, this is why I choose with wolf shifters, baby. Sad. But there was just something that I was not banking on happening way at the end. Like, I thought it was going to happen like maybe 50% into the book,